Hey YouTube, it's me, Kunas, or FYMB PvPs as the channel says. Today I'm bringing you, I believe this is part 2 of PvP and the darkroot. So, right here, this is Bacon in my mouth in the giant armor, and he's using Velka's rapier, hornet ring, and I do not know his other ring. I cannot be certain on that. I'd have to ask him. So here, I know I'm not really showing you the fight too well. They were kind of sitting behind a tree. So here I'm going to try and get you to fight a little bit better. So one of them here is using a great sword, I do believe. So they're just going to sit here and kind of hide behind a tree so I can't watch them. I don't really know why they're doing that. Probably on accident. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit closer. Now, right here, they're just kind of fighting. Nothing really too interesting is going on. Nothing too interesting happened that day except for a couple of fights between FYMB, K Brojo, and Bacon, because those fights were long. Those were fairly decent fights. So right here, he's going to try and go ham on his shield, and he's just going to poke him to death. Like, never go ham on a rapier shield because they'll either parry you or just poke you to death as you're doing it. So here we have Brody with the Black Knight Great Axe, and Bacon in my mouth is actually parry him. So he's trying to parry or two off, so he's just going to sit here behind his shield and poke him. And Brody's going to try and get his backstab off. Not too successful. Along with Bacon, not too successful with his parries. Now they're both Bacon's trying to keep his distance, and Brody's just trying to be in his face. And Bacon scares him a couple times with a parry or two. So that's basically what's happening in this fight. So then Bacon actually has the Black Knight Great Axe hotbar. I didn't see that coming. I can't say I did. So I don't know if he really knows how to use it too well, but if he gets the parry off with that for a backstab, it's almost in game for Brody over there. Brody kind of bounced off that rock and did the damage to Bacon. So that was kind of one thing parryable there at that point. So Bacon switched his back to his rapier, as any smart person would do, because I personally am not a fan of the Black Knight Great Axe. It's just too much of a all-out brawl weapon. I'm just not a fan of it. If that's your style, go ahead and use it. I've got nothing against it. So here Bacon gets a parry off, and parry with the hornet ring. It's not going to feel too good, as you can imagine, because it's parry with the hornet ring. I mean, come on, what weapon doesn't hurt with that combo? So here, neither one of them getting too much significant damage off, except for Bacon had that parry. And here Brody comes up behind him and lag stabs him with Black Knight Great Axe like he does. So over there we got that guy just throwing a pyromancy ball or two. And I guess I went ahead and didn't cut this out because he was right there, so there's really not too much point in cutting it out. And Brody, he was really hurt after that fight with Bacon, so I had to heal him a couple times. I thought I was done, but he wanted one more, so I went ahead and gave it to him, as any good friend would do. So right here, one's using a, I believe that is a Chaos Blade on the left. I do believe that is a Chaos Blade with the red Tearstone ring. I do believe this is a P-person imitator with the whole setup going on there. So Brody's just going to sit there and kind of turtle behind his shield with a Black Knight Great Axe, however you fight. So Brody's going to go ahead and hit him, and since he was red Tearstone activated, he was below 20%. We're at 20%. Here we have another fight between Bacon in my mouth and Brody. Now, as most fights between these guys go, neither one of them really gets too much significant damage unless it's a backstab or a parry. Bacon being the parrier, Brody being the backstabber. They went 2 for 4, both of them. So Bacon goes ahead and gets his backstab off to, put that damage in, because once you get onto that backstab, their health's low enough that you can just sit there and poke at their shield with Velka's rapier. With all the magic damage that gets through, they're going to eventually die, because they're down to like 200. 15 damage per poke, that adds up after like 20 pokes. They're definitely seeing their bars go down. So here Bacon's just going to turtle, because right now Bacon has the upper hand. Now Brody, he wants that parry. He gets the parry and kicks him, and guys, you're lucky you couldn't hear him because he was screaming so loud, like, oh my god, I needed to buy a new Turtle Beach after that incident right there. So back on topic, so Brody gets his hit right there. He really wants this win considering he did parry him with a Hornet Ring Black Knight Great Axe, but he didn't actually connect with it. So he's kind of anxious right now. He just wants to go balls out on him because he deserves the win because he did indeed parry him. That's some Dark Souls bullshit for you right there. So bacon in my mouth, trying to keep Brody down, trying not to suffer any more damage. And Brody wants his backstab. As you can see, he's backstab fishing. And Bacon's just going to keep turtling behind the shield like he normally does. Now they get kind of close to the camera right there because I'm using the binoculars, but nothing too severe. So Brody's just going to kind of sit back here and just keep swinging. I think that should have gone through. I don't think it did though. Not sure what Bacon was trying to do with that dual wield there, but you do what you do. So he's going to go ahead and try and finish him off by doing a couple of heavy attacks and whatnot. Brody's still trying to get his backstabs, not really connecting with them though. You know how irritating that is, not connecting with your backstabs, but at the end of the day, not everybody gets their backstabs, and Bacon's going to go ahead and finish him off. Now, I know Lloyd's Talismans doesn't do anything against invaders or phantoms, or it might do something against phantoms, might not allow the Estus recovery on them, even though I can use it, so they might not get that effect from, but I just like throwing them. It's kind of like a taunt, and they kind of look a lot cooler. I believe Bacon got a parry, but he missed it right there, so Brody's feeling pretty invincible right now because he got parried. Now, I could be wrong about that parry, so don't hold me to that. But anyways, they're just going to be flipping around here. Brody's still going for fishing for his backstab there. Not really getting too successful with his backstabs, and then he gets parried in the same spot he died before. Now he's actually going to get up from this one, unlike the last time. Bacon trying to get away while he gets up from his parry, trying not to be a fag or an asshole. And so, as you can see, Brody's roll isn't really too significant. It's kind of a bad roll. It's the medium roll because he's obsessed with the Ring of Favor, just like me, but he wants his Hornet Ring, even though he doesn't need it with the Black Knight Great Axe. But if he parries or backstabs somebody, he wants them to feel it, which you would feel it anyways, but he wants to do 1400 with the backstab and like 2000 with the parry, but each fighting style is different. They're both trying to parry right there, that neither one of them connects with the parry because neither one of them attacked. Again, doing the same thing. They kind of have the same mindset. Brody's just using a Great Axe, and then he goes ahead and gets his backstab off, and